Hello, my name is Brett Phillip. I'm here on behalf of Grandland to discuss the Arnold development in Box Hill. We're at a display suite to go through some of the actual tiles and the actual templates to show you some of the information that might be of interest to you regarding this development. But without much further ado, let's look and see where Grandland, or the Arnold, is actually positioned. For those of you not familiar with the Box Hill area, the Arnold is located just here, roughly about 12 kilometres from the Melbourne CBD. It's now considered to be the second business district in Melbourne, primarily because of the major buildings that have been created for government, the Australian Tax Office, the Health Department, as well as institutional facilities for education, and of course the Box Hill Hospital, which was completed around about 2 or 3 years ago. That area around the Box Hill is now a major central hub for health specialists. But more importantly, Grandland have been in the area developing in Melbourne for 10 years. Whether it be greenfield estates down to Cranbourne East, apartment and commercial development in Baldwin, residential development of townhouses in Baldwin, further development in Montalbot North, all the way out to Carlton. The quality of these developments has led the way for future developments like the Arnold. Let's have a look in more detail at what the Arnold location really looks like on a grander scale. The Arnold is located right here. As you can see, the new Box Hill Hospital and the existing Box Hill Hospital, which will house specialist providers, is now being refurbished. This is brand new, this will be completely refurbished. This along here is a side street. It's not on a main road. Unlike a lot of the big developers, they've been able to make a position in a residential location with aspects that will be retained. And by that I mean this. This section out here is to be kept as medium level development. So that means low-rise development. It ensures that your views are protected. Those views include the CBD, the Macedon Ranges, and of course the magnificent Dandenong Ranges. The sunsets from those positions and the sunrises, the changes in weather, I can't begin to tell you how good they look. I've been in the area all my life. I can tell you now, I've seen dramatic growth in this location, and this is one fantastic position to be in. Not much further away is this huge block of green parkland. Just recently refurbished. It allows plenty of open space for you to walk around or just enjoy the daylight, and we have plenty of it in Melbourne. For those involved in sporting facilities, an athletics track just down the road, brand new hockey facilities not far away, football, both codes, whether it be rugby, soccer, AFL, or even cricket, or any other sporting code you like, are all located close by. But the most important thing in this location is this Box Hill Central Business Hub. Inside you'll find two major shopping centres, Box Hill Central and Box Hill Centro. They sit above the Box Hill Transport Hub, which includes transport like tram, bus and train to just about any location in Melbourne. Further to that, we have the Australian Tax Office, the Health Department, Whitehorse TAFE, education facilities. And as I mentioned before, these surrounding locations around the hospital are now specialist medical practitioners. So the very people that you would be expecting wanting somewhere to live would most likely want to live completely opposite where they work. They can literally just step out the door and they're at work straight away. No public transport, no time on the road, stress-free, a beautiful environment to live in, all located within one of Melbourne's fastest growing suburbs. Interesting to note, as a child these areas were just basic shops. There was none of this. The transport was just a train station and a bus stop. There was no tram even in those days leading up to this location. Since then, and one of the most important things from an investment perspective is the value of properties in this area have risen from an average of 495,000, let's say, to an average of 1.5 million in under 10 years. phenomenal growth. So it just shows the importance and the reason why this location is becoming such a vital area to invest in. We should probably have a look now at the model and see what the Arnold actually produces in terms of accommodation. So now to the building itself. Located over 14 stories, there are 116 apartments. 80% of those apartments are now sold, so that's critical. One of their biggest aspects is this rooftop garden. Unbelievable views. Sunsets, sunrises, bring along family and friends, entertain. It's unique to this development. I'm not sure of any others in the immediate area that offer that opportunity. Your views, as we talked about, are exceptional. It's a vista from all angles. So whether it be the CBD on one side of the building, right through to the Macedon Ranges or the fabulous Dandenong Ranges, Melbourne has some outstanding landscapes to look from. The other thing to look for, and one of the important features, are the balconies and terraces, because they're very, very well positioned and also good sizes. You can actually use them. And also too, the bedrooms are a decent size, regular size if you like. They're not compromised. There are no angled rooms, critical with a lot of developments. Very hard to furnish an angled room. More importantly, you're in a quiet side street. The most important thing though, of course, you've got a beautiful fit out. It's Australian designed kitchens and bathrooms, Bosch appliances, and of course, your location in terms of access to everything is brilliant. If you do work at the hospital, you literally step out your door and walk across the road. If you want to go to the TAFE, the Education Centre, it's only a short distance down the road. The Box Hill Central Business District, including all of the shopping centres, are within easy walking distance. Now that includes Box Hill Central and Centro, as we talked about, but it also includes a lot of speciality restaurants, shops and services if you require them. The other thing is, as we talked about, low rise in front, so density levels, including other buildings that are established now, can't rise any higher than what they are at the moment, and that's incredibly important. So your views, particularly from this side of the building or from the east or west, are highly, highly desirable. Any side of the building you're looking at, you've got some sort of aspect, and that's preserved, and that's fantastic. My name's Brett Phillip. I'm here on behalf of Grandland, and I very much recommend the Arnold to you.